With Phrolova's release just around the corner, and her now officially confirmed as a Havoc character, I had to take a step back and ask, what even happened to the Havoc element? Because, let's be honest, without a few standout characters, Havoc might actually be one of the weakest elements in the game right now. So, how did we get here? Back in version 1.0, Havoc was thriving. Havoc Rover and Dan Jean were one of the strongest duos you could run. Super low investment, crazy synergy, and that dreamless echo bug?
Wild.
Even today, new players can build that comp stronger than ever. But not every Havoc unit kept the hype alive. Tu-Cha was already underwhelming at launch. Clunky rotations, weak synergy, and she never really clicked. Even when Jinshi dropped later, Tu-Cha still felt out of place. Then came patch 1.4, and Camellia, a solid Havoc DPS with great F2P synergy, especially when paired with Sanhua. She gave Havoc a second viable team outside of the classic double Havoc setup. But even then, Jinshi stayed on top, and Camellia never really broke into the meta. Then version 2.0 arrived, and so did Rokia. Now, on paper, Rokia's kit is solid. Team buffs, AoE grouping, built to support Camellia. But here's the catch. Camellia already has great AoE, so Rokia ends up feeling redundant. And with Karlawa dropping right before her and stealing the spotlight, Rokia's banner felt completely skippable. She's usable, sure, but forgettable. And then,
Cantarella. Yeah.
the most recent Havoc unit, and probably the most confusing one yet. She doesn't really do anything. Technically, she supports Jinshi, but there are already better 4-star options like Mortify. Unless you're pulling purely for aesthetics, Cantarella just doesn't bring value. At this point, it's clear, the problem isn't the element. It's the recent characters. Havoc's been weighed down by lackluster units. But there's hope. Cantarella might finally shine as Phrolova's go-to support. And if Fru ends up being cracked, Rokia could find new purpose too. Still, it stings that both Cantarella and Rokia, the two lowest value 2x characters, are both Havoc. Every other element has stayed competitive in some way. Personally, I think Electro might be in an even worse spot, but who knows? Maybe their glow-up is coming next. Either way, I'm hoping Phrolova turns things around and puts Havoc back on top. Comment down below your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one.